Have you ever seen someone who lives a completely different lifestyle that you live? Let's say you live in a big city, and have you ever imagined living at your own place, make your own food, produce your own food, I would say, and somehow live completely independent from the outside world? I wonder if that's actually very possible or not. I don't know. It probably is. I was watching a video today of a guy who was living like an Amish person. He did not follow the church, or he did not live within a community. He only lived by himself. And he was literally growing his own potatoes and his own kale. He had horses and a dog. It was kind of iffy because he grew the potatoes by using the manure out of the horses. But anyways, he would only use about $150 a month to be able to live independently. He did not use electricity. His water source was from this water that falls from his rooftop, and he would drink that water, most likely not filtered or anything like that. And he also would take a bath on a creek that he had, wash dishes also by the creek. But again, it's the same concept of people in Africa who they live in villages, and again, they don't have to pay for anything. They don't own a system. They don't have to be a place in society. And that's what mostly gets me. It's on how when we are born, we are placed within society, and we are taught the ways of the land. You learn that you gotta go to school and you gotta learn things just so you can be someone within society. And depending of what you do, in my case, I went through a completely different culture from mine. I used to have one function while living in Brazil, and then once I went to the US, I completely lost that because I couldn't use the same skills that I had before. I had to learn a new set of skills, per se. You see, I used to hate people back in the day because I grew up with a bunch of electronics and computers and circuit boards, and it was easy for me to understand those things. Not so much while I was there, because then, by the living standards that we had, I couldn't find a job on that, and then I had to go to work at a grocery store. Then somehow I developed people skills, and I probably speak a whole lot better nowadays because of it. So I can't really completely take that away from me or say it was all in vain. I can surely communicate if I need to. Then I've learned a little bit of leadership, but still, once I came back, none of that is actually drawn in paper or, proven in paper. And every time you go through a new company, then guess what? They can only believe you so much, and it gets much harder. But anyways, have you ever had to completely change your lifestyle? And if you did, how did you find yourself actually thriving and not constantly looking back on what was before? Leave me a comment down below on how did you manage doing that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.